Hi, this is Pete from FMI Enterprises. I'm an auto dealer here in Southern California, and today I have for you a beautiful 2003 Porsche 911 Carrera 2 with a 6-speed manual transmission. The car has 159,000 miles on it. It's got a clear Carfax, which I have in my hand right here, showing 0 accidents and 0 damage, 4 owners, 7 history records. And that's a 2003 Porsche 911. Car's in great driving shape. I just had it looked over at the mechanic. He replaced both front wheel bearings. In the process, we looked at the brakes. Front brakes are almost like new. The front tire's about 70%. Rear's about 50%, maybe a little bit more. Great looking car. It's not perfect. It's got what I believe to be original paint on it, and it's in decent shape. Got some nicks on the front bumper and whatnot, but anyway, I'm going to walk around it and do a condition report real quick, let you know what I see on this side of the camera. So starting off with the body and the paint, as I said, the front bumper's got your standard rock nicks on it. If you look closely, there are some tiny little nicks and whatnot. So it's not perfect. Had a little touch up on this lower corner down here, which from 10 feet away you don't really see it. It's not very noticeable. Tiny little scuff right there. That's a front bumper. Front bumpers are made to take the damage when you're coming in parking lot and whatnot. They get scraped up. But you can see underneath all the plastic is there, and it's in decent shape in my opinion. The front headlights look good, no cracks. I think if they were polished they could look a little bit better, but it's something you can do by yourself. The emblem looks good up front. Hood's in good shape. You'll find a couple tiny little rock nicks, but nothing to write home about. Not bad at all. I think it looks pretty good. The front left fender looks good. The driver's side door looks good. Tiny little scuff right there. Another one right there. Some tiny little nicks on the bottom of the door. The side of the car, the left rear quarter, looks pretty good. It has some little minor car wash scratches here and there. I mean, it's not perfect, but I mean it does look good. I'm just trying to be picky and let you know how it looks in person here. The rear wing looks nice. I put it in the up position. It opens and closes no problem. Third brake light looks good. Rear bumper cover looks nice. Got a tiny little impression right there. Rear bumper looks pretty good. Right rear quarter fender looks good. Got a tiny little door ding right there, very, very small. The passenger door here looks good. The right front fender, it's got a little ding here on the edge of the fender, as you can see. I believe, hard to see, it's got another little bump. I think it's right here. Very, very minor, and I'm losing light here, so it's hard to see, but I think there's a little light ding right there. So that's pretty much it. Another one right there. You can see a little ding right there, and I think there's one tiny little door ding on the roof right there. Yeah, right there. So that's about it. I mean, the car's obviously not brand new. It's a 2003, and I think this is all original paint. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, definitely a good car for daily driving. I mean, if you have to have a perfect car, this is probably not it. but it does look good, and it definitely it's good driver quality. Windshield, no cracks. And so let's talk about the interior. Oh, the wheels. The wheels do have some curb rash on them and some scuffs. Brakes in the rear look brand new, near new in the rear as well. If you can see that, I don't know if you can see that, but the front wheel looks pretty good. There's not really that much rash on that at all. As I said, the front tire is about 70%. These are hand-cooked tires. The rears are Sumiotos. This wheel, some minor rash on it, on the edges there. And this one, some rash on it as well. So, yeah, you know, it's not perfect. A little scuff right there on the front corner of the bumper. I'd say the paint probably about 8 out of 10 maybe. So, you know, don't expect perfection and you won't be disappointed. The seats, good shape, no holes. The leather, it's nice and soft here. Looks good. Power seats work good. It's got the power backrest as well as the forward and reverse position. The carpeting in the rear, the seat area, all looks good. The back of the seats is clean. The dash looks very nice. Steering wheel, you've got the carbon fiber covering on it here, which is in pretty decent shape. It's got a little bit of cracking on it, but most of them seem to have that for some reason. But it's got the matching carbon fiber shifter and the e-brake handle, which I may have to swap out because the button here is cracked, the end of the button, so you just have to push in on it, push down like that to disengage it. But I have a new e-brake handle, which I may include. The visors, got the covers, they're not broken. This one as well works. And as you can see, the car starts right up. Runs very well. All the gauges are where they should be, and all the readiness monitors are set. And I've been driving this car around. I've got no check engine lights, and as I said, all the readiness monitors are set. The O2s, the catalytic converter, the EVAP, all that good stuff. It's got a nice Bluetooth-enabled Clarion radio here, which I like because it has the buttons here, which are easy to access for the station. And it does sound good when you get a station that comes in. It's got a power amp in the trunk compartment up here, which looks like a 4-channel power amp. Right there, made by Clarion. I've got the manual for the, I believe it's the stereo. Everything in the trunk compartment here is intact, looks good. It's got the toolkit in here, which I have a photo of. The toolkit's in there. I'm not going to unpack it right now, but check the photos. It's got an Interstate battery here, which is in good shape. The struts, they do work. They're not 100% anymore. They kind of give way after a bit, so they're not very expensive, but you know, in the near future they'll need to be replaced, but they do hold it up. Engine runs very well. As you can see, I just had the car detailed and they wiped the engine down and it's nice and shiny. I did not ask for that, but anyway, nice and clean, looks good. The coolant tank overflows clean. There's no oil in the coolant tank. There's no coolant in the oil in the engine. The engine's nice and quiet. It runs great. It's powerful. It's a 3.6 liter engine, upgraded from the 01, the 99 to 01, which was the 3.4. So it's a really good running engine. Had it up on the lift, looked under it, you know, underneath it's dry. There's no oil leaks here. There's nothing that's, you know, blowing out the side or anything like that. So that's good. Both the window regulators work well. I believe there's a sensor in the latch here, which when you pull this, it's supposed to crack the window down a little bit, and that sensor needs to be replaced. Otherwise, you just put the window down a little bit and open the door. If not, it just catches there a little bit on the edge up here. But so that's that. This one works just fine, and both power windows work. It's got the heated seats. This one here wants to turn on, but then it shuts off real quick, so I'm not sure if that's what's going on there. But anyway, it came with heated seats. You can see the climate control looks very well. I mean, it looks very good. The LCD looks good. Everything works. Nothing's burnt out. And the AC blows nice and cold. That's the point here. So AC blows nice and cold. The heater works. All that works good. Shut that off. Got the owner's manuals here in the glove compartment. Owner's manual there. Got the owner manual here for the CX501. This is the Bluetooth enabled CD WMA USB receiver. So yeah, this is a nice stereo. It's got a USB, it's got line in here, it's USB obviously, Sirius XM, and so it's a nice system, and it does sound good. The sunroof closes no problem, and the transmission shifts great. Let's take a quick ride. All the headlights work. All the lights work. So to me, the car runs really good. It shifts really good. The clutch feels good. It's not too stiff. It's not too loose. There's no chatter or any issues from the clutch. What else can I say? Let's see. So it comes with one key right here, and the keyless entry here does not work, so that's not communicating. So you have to put the key in the door. What else? The dash looks real good, and no cracks in the dash. The headliner looks very good. It's got the suede headliner. So I can push it a little bit here. So the car, it gets up and goes, and it runs real good. It's got a lot of power. It handles good. As I said, it has new wheel bearings. Big deal, you know, but it needed them, so I had them done. Yeah, it handles good. It's tight. The suspension feels good. There's no play or anything in the steering. It feels solid on the freeway. You know, the tires are in real nice condition, so that plays a huge part in how the car drives on the freeway and around town. It's got a good set of tires. As I said, you know, no check engine lights, no warning lights, no overheating. The cooling system's in good shape. The door panels both look very nice on both sides. And as you can see, it's got the leather wrapped door panels. They look really good, really nice. Armrests, good shape. It's got the 3-position memory seats. It's got cruise control right here. And that's it. So I hope I covered everything. If I missed anything, feel free to give me a call. And that's all. Oh, one last thing. The Carfax is clean. And as you can see, it came from Newport Coast, California, which is right here in Newport Beach. I live in Costa Mesa, which is right next to Newport Beach, about 10 minutes from Disneyland, right next to John Wayne Airport. So yeah, it's clear. Carfax, no accidents, and really nice car. So I mean, for what it is, for the miles, I think it's a pretty nice driving car. So give me a call if you have any questions. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.